Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. DTC P0877 indicates a critical issue in the transmission fluid pressure switch D circuit, specifically for the fifth clutch. This diagnostic trouble code, commonly seen in the Honda Odyssey models manufactured between 2011 and 2017, signals either a short in the electrical circuit or that the transmission fluid pressure switch, D, is stuck in the on position. The transmission fluid pressure switch is essential for monitoring the pressure of the transmission fluid. It impacts how smoothly the vehicle transitions through gears and performs overall. Additionally, when this code is active, the transmission will only engage in second or fifth gear due to a fail-safe function designed to prevent further damage. Before proceeding with troubleshooting, it is crucial to record all freeze-frame data and utilize the HDS or Honda Diagnostic System for further insights, ensuring a comprehensive troubleshooting approach. The error P0877 is directly related to the transmission fluid pressure switch D, responsible for regulating the fifth clutch's pressure within the transmission. This component plays an important role in enabling proper gear shifting and vehicle performance, as it monitors fluid conditions and sends signals to the powertrain control module, PCM. The transmission fluid pressure switch D is typically situated within the transmission assembly itself, making it crucial to understand the physical layout when diagnosing this code. If this switch malfunctions and stays in the on state, it can prevent the vehicle from shifting beyond second or fifth gear, leading to significant operational issues. This switch does not fail due to mechanical transmission issues, but rather due to electrical problems, confirming the need for electrical diagnostics in this case. The potential causes for DTC P0877 primarily revolve around electrical circuitry issues rather than mechanical failures. One of the most common causes is a fault in the transmission fluid pressure switch D itself, which could either be stuck in the on position or malfunctioning. Issues with the electrical circuit, such as damaged or corroded wiring, can also lead to the code being triggered, indicating a short circuit. Additionally, a specific concern is the possibility of a wiring short to the body ground, particularly involving the connection between the PCM and the transmission fluid pressure switch. Understanding these root causes facilitates an effective approach to identifying and rectifying the issue efficiently. When DTC P0877 is active, the most notable symptoms include a significant inability to shift gears properly, with the transmission defaulting to engagement in only second or fifth gear due to the fail-safe feature. This limited functionality can drastically impact driving performance and overall vehicle operation, creating safety concerns for users. Additionally, drivers may experience a noticeable activation of the check engine light on the dashboard, which serves as a warning signal regarding transmission issues. These symptoms are critical cues for technicians, as they provide immediate insight into what areas require attention during troubleshooting. Identifying these signs early can prevent further complications and allow for timely repairs. The first troubleshooting step involves turning the ignition switch to the on position, which activates the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. Following this, it is crucial to clear the DTC using the HDS, which is the Honda Diagnostic System, a tool designed for in-depth vehicle diagnostics. Clearing the code helps reset the system and provides a fresh start for monitoring new data. After clearing, technicians should check the AT data list using the HDS to assess whether the fifth pressure switch is functioning correctly. Confirming the status of this switch early in the diagnostic process is essential, as it directs the technician to the next steps depending on its operational state. After completing the initial step, The next task is to check the status of the fifth pressure switch signal with the HDS. This diagnostic check informs the technician whether the switch is in the on position or the off position. If the signal is confirmed to be on, then it's time to move on to subsequent steps, which will involve further investigation into the switch and its associated circuitry. Should the signal read off, it indicates an intermittent failure, suggesting that the system might be functioning correctly at this time. This response is essential, as it allows the technician to differentiate between a genuine malfunction and a temporary issue, guiding the next steps in the troubleshooting process. In this step of troubleshooting, the technician must first turn the ignition switch to the lock position, ensuring all electrical systems are disabled before proceeding to avoid injury or further faults. Next, disconnect the connector from the transmission fluid pressure switch D, related to the fifth clutch. This disconnection will isolate the switch during testing, allowing for a more accurate reading. Once disconnected, the technician will turn the ignition switch back to on and utilize the HDS once more to check the status of the fifth pressure switch signal. A clear understanding of whether the signal indicates off or on at this stage is critical in determining whether to replace the fluid pressure switch or move to the next step in troubleshooting. When the technician checks the signal status of the fifth pressure switch after disconnection, if it reads off, this indicates the switch is indeed faulty and require replacement. The failure of the switch to revert to an off status can lead to the malfunctioning of the entire transmission control system. Thus, prioritizing its replacement is paramount. Conversely, if the switch does not show an off status, this implies further investigation is necessary. The technician must continue through to Step 8 in the troubleshooting guide to perform additional diagnostics and identify potential wiring issues contributing to the persistent DTC P0877. Following the previous steps, the technician will again set the ignition switch to the lock position to ensure safety. The next action is to jump the SCS line using the HDS tool, which is a safety protocol allowing the technician to bypass certain functions that may inhibit testing. Subsequently, the technician needs to disconnect the 49-pin PCM powertrain control module connector C. The PCM is critical for regulating engine and transmission functions, and accessing this connector is essential for verifying electrical continuity in the circuit. Ensuring that these steps are performed precisely allows for an organized and systematic approach to identifying the electrical faults dictating the DTC P0877 error. In this final diagnostic step, the technician will check for continuity between PCM connector terminal C14 and the vehicle's body ground. Employing a multimeter, continuity testing is crucial in identifying whether there is an electrical connection between these points. If continuity is detected, the next action will be to repair any potential shorts to body ground in the wire linking the PCM connector and the transmission fluid pressure switch D connector. This indicates that the wiring may be damaged and needs attention. Conversely, if no continuity is found, the technician should replace the PCM altogether, as it may be malfunctioning. Proper understanding of these tests helps ensure that the automobile is correctly diagnosed and repaired, leading to effective troubleshooting of the P0877 error. Once all necessary repairs for DTC P0877 have been completed, it's essential to clear any diagnostic trouble codes present in the system using the HDS. After clearing, the next crucial step is to conduct a test drive of the vehicle to verify that everything is functioning properly. During this test drive, the technician should prioritize monitoring the vehicle's gear shifting capability, ensuring smooth transitions through all gears without stalling or reverting to fail-safe modes. This verification process confirms whether the repairs have rectified the issue effectively. If any symptoms persist, further investigation may be required to identify additional underlying problems not initially addressed through the preceding steps. Preventive maintenance plays a crucial role in avoiding the recurrence of DTC P0877 in the future. Regularly checking the transmission fluid level and quality ensures that the system operates smoothly and efficiently, reducing the risk of pressure issues. Additionally, inspecting the integrity of the wiring connected to the transmission fluid pressure switch and other components can help in identifying potential faults before they lead to significant problems. Furthermore, routine system diagnostics using the HDS can provide insights into the vehicle's functioning, allowing for proactive troubleshooting. By adhering to these preventive measures, vehicle owners can maintain transmission performance and prolong the lifespan of their Honda Odyssey. To summarize, DTC P0877 pertains specifically to issues with the transmission fluid pressure switch, D, indicating an electrical malfunction rather than any mechanical transmission failures. Understanding that this diagnostic trouble code originates from electrical circuits, mechanics should focus on detailed inspections and testing of the transmission fluid pressure switch and associated wiring. Systematic troubleshooting, as outlined in the steps, is vital to effectively identifying and resolving issues connected to this code. By ensuring step-by-step adherence to the diagnostic process, technicians can remain confident in addressing P0877 without overlooking critical aspects of the vehicle's transmission system. Employing preventive maintenance further supports the vehicle's long-term reliability and functionality. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.